When we last left our decrepit adventurers.
We're not going back to Pterodactyl to fight the elves in Pterodactyl. We're just going to let him destroy the town.
Okay. You don't care about that. So
That's the reason we evacuated the town.
Roll for ice cream?
19.
Eric, you owe us ice cream now.
We're finally finding the cave. There are bones strewn in front of it, like the way, like when a predator is hanging out in a cave.
Y'all just want to go headlong into this?
Yeah.
Do we care about our safety?
No.
Cool, let's get the kids and go in the cave.
The bones all begin to tremble.
Skelemans!
In front of Cannon.
Bone dust. Oh, get some bone dust.
Oh, dude!
Oh man, get some bone dust. There's gonna be a lot of bone dust. Shock.
It's hard to be a skeleton. You don't have any connective tissue.
One of the red shirts just gets stabbed right in the knee and goes down.
That's not a puzzle, it's just a bunch of skeletons.
Not anymore. Now it's a bunch of bone dust. We have our first special guest.
Hi.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself, special guest?
My name's Zach, and I am with a little group called the Tinderbox Circus Sideshow.
Hey, Captain Zach, how'd you lose your eye?
You'll have to roll for that.
Would that be perception?
It'd be history, I think.
Can I roll it untrained? But don't I get,
That'd be a natural 20.
That would be your
we'll
only critical of the game. You've wasted your critical on an old inside joke.
Yeah. I've wasted a lot of things.
And where can we find you on the internet there, Zach?
You can find me and the Tinderbox Circus Sideshow touring all over the U.S. on the internet at tinderboxcircussideshow.com, at facebook.com/tinderboxcircus, Instagram at tinderboxcircus, and Twitter at Instagram.
And Twitter at Instagram.
Twitter at Instagram at Facebook
we
at
are
Pornhub.
Introducing a brand new
oh my god, do you have your own Pornhub channel?
I do, but
So now that we've gotten to know our guest, we've got a lot to do and a little time to do it in. So let's
do it.
dive right in.
do it.
Because it's time to level everybody up.
Fuck yeah!
Yo, throw me a writing utensil.
Y'all, there is a very handy-dandy app if you don't like the rulebook PDF that I so thoughtfully sent to everyone.
Very thoughtful.
But you guys can download this app instead that Zach
It's great.
has. It's pretty
Look,
handy.
it just tells you everything you need. It's
What is
I
the
should
app?
have that.
it's
the complete 5e. Look up D&D 5e. It's the third one down. Picture of a dragon.
right.
Not that picture of a dragon. The other one.
Every Dungeons and Dragons app has to have a dragon. Because a picture of a dungeon is far more... It's a bit more abstract.
It's a little more difficult to accomplish.
How do I do this?
So start by... Everybody will roll their hit dice, which for you, Ulrich, is an 8.
I already know how to do this.
Cannon will roll an 8. Luke, you roll a d6.
Yeah.
The green one, isn't it?
Cool.
And add your Constitution modifier, and then you'll add that number to your total HP.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Am I getting healed too?
Yeah, we are going to say that everybody in leveling up is just healed back to full. All your spell slots are full.
Nice.
You're just back to full without a rest because you leveled.
What do I roll?
No
I wasn't
big deal
listening
then.
to you. I was looking
You
at my
roll
phone.
one of your hit dice.
Can someone pass me a D8?
You can't. Oh yeah, because you have a Constitution. You maxed. Nice.
I got the 6 plus
Yeah.
a 2.
Yeah, I was like, you can't get 8 because you roll a 6. But no, you're right. Ignore me.
That's pretty sweet. What's that put your total to?
21?
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
So
3 keep
D8 plus my
points.
Constitution plus 1.
I move fast as fuck now, y'all. I don't know if you knew that about me, but
Your speed hasn't gone up.
no, not
Oh
since
hell yeah!
second
I'm
level.
23.
But I'm also
Hell yeah.
a halfling that runs 35 feet.
I was going to say, now you're the same speed as everybody else.
Yeah, that's,
Well, not everybody else,
I'm
because
faster
Mandark is
than-
also
than-
tiny.
Aha.
Wait, do you get better speed now or something? What?
I do because I'm a monk.
Well, I'm fucking 3 feet tall.
I know.
You're a dingus.
Wait, who? Which one is?
Luke. Luke,
Luke, you also go up to 3 sorcery points. You were at 2, and now you're at 3.
Probably, I don't know. Either.
So I'm level 3 now, right?
Yeah, everybody's level 3 now.
Okay. What happens with experience points? How do those work?
Don't worry about it.
Cool.
They don't matter.
You should have... How many experience does everybody have, Alex?
1050.
1050.
You have 1050.
1050.
I think you level up again at 3000.
Well, that's lame.
It scales. But the thing
just like a dragon.
Dragon scales. Whoa! It's a fun.
That was a nerd pun.
Oh man.
Okay.
But anyway, task at hand. Cannon, you also get to choose your Bard's College, which is the style of barddom that you study.
Somebody's finally going to school.
You unfortunately, in the core rules, there are only 2 options, of which I think the choices for you are pretty obvious, which is the lore one, which gives you all the deception-y bonuses.
I was looking at this before, but it's been a while.
But you may have some expanded content that you can choose from. Alex, for instance, is choosing a different monk tier than...
I don't know. I might not.
Oh, no? You're going to stick with one of the vanilla ones?
I gotta pee really bad right now, and I'm gonna do this first. So the
Luke,
College of Glamour? Well, that doesn't speak to me.
Bowie.
Yeah, it mostly just teaches you bardic makeup.
I mean,
Luke, you already know your sorceress origin from level 1, but you are going to get into a thing now called meta magic, which is the other thing that you can actually use your sorcery points for.
Oh.
So you can use your sorcery points to get new spell slots. So like if you're out of spell slots and you really need to cast a spell, you can burn some sorcery points instead.
Ah.
I think it's like 2 sorcery points for a first level spell and 5 for a second level spell and so on and so forth. It's all in your
Let me come back when I go to sleep.
class description in the rules or in the reference app.
Which I now have.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and look it up. Yeah, look up your meta magic.
Joyous.
Because this is the other thing you can use your sorcery points for. There's a whole list of them. And right now you get to pick 2. So they're just different effects that you can add. So yeah, that's your level table. So you're level 3. And you can see at level 3 you get your meta magic. So you have different things like careful spell and distant spell and empowered spell. So you can pick 2 of those things to know how to do to your spells.
Uh-huh.
And they can add different effects, like the spell has more range, or is a little bit more powerful, or is a little bit sneakier when you cast it, or things like that. So you can pick 2 of those things, and then you can, anytime you're casting a spell, you can say, I want to do this as an empowered spell, because I know how to do empowered spells. And you spend a sorcery point, and you get to add some shit according to what it says in there.
I see.
So go ahead and pick the 2 of those that you want.
So I have a question. I'm curious what you guys think I should do. Should I go for the College of Glamour, which allows me for a lot of inspiration, basically?
Uh-huh.
People can gain 5 hit points, or I can like charm people with performing.
Yeah, a lot of your stuff is based on your bardic inspiration ability.
It is. Or do I go with the College of Lore, which doesn't really do a lot? I get cutting words, which means I can...
It's basically a reverse bardic inspiration that you do as a defensive reaction.
It's also, I also get 3 bonus proficiencies, which that's kind of awesome.
Pretty sweet.
That's pretty boss.
That's double sweet.
I might go for College of Lore. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I figured you would
Plus
do
it's
lore.
which is with Aaron Mankey. And now we can mention Aaron Mankey all the time.
You also get at this level, aside from the stuff that you get from choosing your college, which you're choosing lore.
Yeah, Sweet. I think the bonus proficiency is pretty... That's kind of unbeatable.
In addition to that, the bonus proficiencies that you're already getting, you also get expertise at level 3, which means you get to pick 2 of your skills and double your proficiency in them.
Well, I like that a lot. All right.
So you're just... and you've got Jack of all trades, so your skills are just... You're pretty good at.
You're a skilled
stuff.
man.
Uh-huh.
So I get 3 more proficiencies. Like, how do I roll for? Like, how do I do proficiency? Like, I get plus to my proficiency bonus.
It's your proficiency bonus plus the ability modifier.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, man.
If you're proficient in it, you use your... If you're not proficient, you can still roll it. You just only get the ability modifier, no proficiency bonus, because you're not
Oh, this is very
proficient.
exciting to me.
Yes, Alex, who has her hand up so patiently.
How's his healing gonna go later? He's gonna be able to heal real good, more, better.
Real good, more better?
Would that be canon?
He's been
That depends on how he builds his character.
I mean, I can get a proficiency in something that would help with that. I guess medicine?
He will also continue to just get more better spells. You both can also cast second level spells now.
So medicine would be healing, though, right?
It doesn't really work like that.
I don't know how it works at all.
I
I'm
know,
confused.
it's a spell.
I need more better spells.
It's a spell. You've been our healer, though.
I'll stick my dry finger in your ear hole.
That's the way you tend to do it.
This was a threat in real life.
But now you can cast your dry finger in the ear as a second level
for
dry
two,
finger. You
for
can get
two,
both
for two
fingers
of mine,
in there.
For two
Or
of
both
mine-
ears.
Super hilarious.
So for two of these, I get the double it?
And I'm trying to be
Yeah.
logical.
Oh, hell yeah.
About
Oh, man. What is it going to be?
Pick the fun choice.
Well, I think you
We'll
get
make
to
it
double your
but see,
proficiency.
okay, there's one
so you
other
would get
fun
plus
thing.
4 to it instead of plus 2.
That's fine.
Oh, that's what I get?
Yeah, I think. Don't quote me on that.
I'll ask Eric.
That's
pretty fucking sweet.
My phone with my reference on it has been
fine.
17 levels
claimed.
a long way away, though. Like years of playing this game away.
Yeah.
Powered spell. Does this one mean I get to reroll, or I get to roll a second time and add the
points
damage?
miser over here, misering out the points like they're.
So Eric, how does the
There's a war on
It's to
you know.
reroll. So, like, if you
war
if
against
you
me
cast
leveling?
magic
That's what the
missile,
war is.
if you cast magic
only
missile
because- it's
and you
only
roll your
because
3d4s
an epic
and you
level
roll a
campaign is
4 and 2
really hard
ones,
to DM.
you can spend a
Well,
sorcery point to reroll those 2
As
ones.
annoying as
Okay.
much as I want to level up quickly, I also
know if I'm
recognize
gonna do
that
that.
the joy of having your new toys is less joyous if you used to get them all the time.
That's true.
I understand.
Plus, running an epic level game is a fucking nightmare.
Oh my god. We did one for a while by the time we got to like junior year, I think, because it was our original characters for our original games finally got up there and we kept going and it gets ridiculous.
I played a one-shot level 30 Pathfinder game and did not know what was going on at any point during the entire game.
So I get to double what on here for 2 of them?
The proficiency bonus that you get for those specific skills.
Rather than plus 2, it'll be plus 4 for 2 skills.
Yeah. Plus the ability modifier as well.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to be plus 7 on
You're not doubling
persuasion
the
and
ability
deception.
modifier, though.
Perfect.
You're just doubling the proficiency bonus.
Right. It'll
Yeah,
still
yeah.
make me plus 7 on persuasion and deception.
Yeah, that's that's all right. For level 3.
I'm a good liar, y'all. Also in the game.
I was gonna say, nailed it.
Awesome. I am like maxed out in my charisma.
All right.
Like every
Perfect.
one of the charisma skills is.
I
I think we're getting pretty
That's
close.
where you should be.
Canon and Mandark, your spells per day, you both now have 4 first level spells per day and 2 second level spells that you can cast.
Oh, do I get to?
The spells you know, you go up by 1. So you can really only learn 1 second level spell right now, but you'll be able to do it twice a day.
Or you can cast your first level spells as second level spells and make them more badass.
Right.
Oh, really?
So look at the spell lists for your character class and pick 1 second level spell that you would like to know how to do.
Deal.
Awesome. This is exciting. I get to be better. More better.
Yeah. See, that's it's really level 3 where characters kind of come into their own in this edition, and you really start figuring out how your character is actually going to play.
If your character survives to level 3, then you actually like start getting the cool shit.
Right. And for spellcasters, I mean, just the sky's the limit. The higher level spells you can do, the crazier it gets.
Oh man, I get some cool options here. I'm thinking about these because I could use some of these against all of you. Oh, I get to suppress strong emotions in people.
At level 2, it's calm emotions. At level 1, it's just gaslighting.
Yeah, well. I think the real one that suits my character, though, is suggestion. in which I get to suggest a course of activity and influence people to follow it.
How does disengage work?
I'll have that.
Disengage just is it pretty much you can get out of melee range without triggering an attack of opportunity.
You spend your action to disengage from combat without provoking an attack, but it burns your action.
Right, so you can't like disengage and attack unless apparently you're a fucking monk,
or disengage and cast a spell.
Right,
or you can sometimes
when you're a monk. Because you could also end up being the kind of monk who casts spells if you want to be that much of a dick about it. You'd have to choose the way of the elements.
Full Avatar of the Airbender.
Yeah.
I ain't about that shit.
Are you taking Drunken Master? Yeah, you're taking Drunken Master.
Maybe I'm definitely gonna do that. Jeez. Don't be weird about it, though.
It's okay. We can use some Unearthed Arcana shit, I guess.
So right here at the home page, there's a thing right there. It says spells.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay. And then you filter by class. Bow. And then search spells. And there's all of your sorcerer spells in alphabetical order.
Alex,
Brilliant.
I want you to know that at third
by level, probably.
I get a...
you can filter by level.
I get a...
Filter by level and pick your favorite
spell
second.
called Tiny Hut.
What does it do?
It builds a little invisible tiny hut around you so no one can hurt you.
Well, that's the cutest little hut I've ever seen. Never seen. That's the cutest little hut I've never seen.
Waka waka.
Waka waka. I have no more room to doodle on my page.
You need a new sheet to start a second layer
I've been changing
of
all the different things too.
Yeah, go print out start printing out spell list sheets. You'll have a lot more paper to do.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, under Constitution, I just have a picture of an ice cream cone. I've got Sinspiration, Sinsight, Sintimidation.
Stocks and bonds.
Stocks and bonds. Pretty happy with it.
That's good.
So, have you all picked your spells? Are you still working on it?
I'm good.
Well, good.
Man, there's a lot of good ones here.
What spell did you choose to learn?
Suggestion.
Suggestion.
Means I get to suggest anything that can be worded as a reasonable course of action. They have to take a wisdom saving throw against it, but otherwise they just have to do it. So
cool.
The example they gave in the guide that I just read was like, for instance, you could tell a knight that he has to give his warhorse to the next beggar he sees.
Nice.
And if they fail, they have to do it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Isn't that the droids you're looking for? By the way, Canon Retcon has a mustache that just really
magically appeared.
It's in character.
Oh yeah, I'm really living up to
Joe will be referring to himself as Canon within the year.
Yeah.
It's not yet.
I always thought that Canon looked like a young Jim Jones.
That's actually really close to how I've always pictured Canon too.
Yeah.
Like with the dark aviators?
Back when he was hot, not to be weird. I mean, I'm not calling him hot.
Alix is sexually attracted to Jim Jones.
Dude, there was a time he was very attractive. He was a very attractive man before all of the methamphetamines and alcoholism and
was such a good cult leader.
You know, everything bad.
Methamphetamines.
Wow.
That helps.
Doesn't hurt.
Canon does have a mustache.
As he should. He's a bard.
I think I even drew it on my little picture of Canon.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you do have a little picture of Canon.
Look at Canon. Doesn't he look like a cartoon drawing of a roach?
Yeah,
kind of, yeah.
Canon is basically Adrian Brody with a mustache and like a Three Musketeers haircut.
Yes. That's exactly how I pictured him listening to the episodes.
2d6 means total damage of all three.
But you have to roll the hit. But yeah, each one does 2d6 damage.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's balls.
But you have
that's a lot of numbers.
The difference is you have to roll the hit, unlike Magic Missile, which just hits. But it doesn't do a lot of damge.
Roll to hits
roll to see if the fire hits.
You roll your ranged spell attack, which would be a d20 attack roll. But your bonus would be your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting modifier.
I like this.
Which is your charisma modifier. So when you roll the hit with a ranged spell, it's probably what?
I got a +3 on it.
3 on that. Your proficiency bonus is +2. So when you roll the hit with a ranged spell, you roll with a +5 modifier.
Nice on a d20.
Yeah, Scorching Ray would be a good call for an offensive spell.
So I'd have to get like a 1 through 5 for it to miss.
Well, it depends on the target's armor class. You're rolling against their AC.
We're getting into the nerd shit. All right, we're going to do Scorching Ray.
We're just now getting into the nerd shit. This is the 7th episode of our Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Look, I can't read, so like... Is
that canon for your character? Can Mandark not read?
Why not? I'll just be like dyslexic.
I look forward to, as we get deeper into this game, figuring out things like that and what actually makes Mandark tick. I'm way more interested in that than what makes either you tick.
Ooh.
Well, we're pretty open about it.
Right.
You mean our mouths? Our mouths are really open about it.
Mandark Ahaha is a mystery wrapped in an enigma, shrouded in illusion.
A turducken of fantasy mystery, yeah.
Oh. All right, well, if everybody has... Yeah, everybody's got their abilities and their class trees all figured out and decided, and we have our hit points. Everybody heal back up to full and get all your spell slots back. Everybody has their new spells, and we're ready to go.
We're gonna go.
Big, bad, fancy level 3s.
No one can take me down now. Never kill a level 3, as they say.
No, I'd say that's probably true. Most level 3s are probably pretty safe, but it's going to be after this level that I'm going to start being a lot less nice.
I'm not scared. I got ice cream cone for Constitution.
You remember how that manifested in game already?
No, I was drunk.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
You demanded to be able to roll for ice cream. What? You rolled for ice cream and critted.
Did I really?
So all of your characters magically got some ice cream, but had nothing to put it in.
Oh no! That's awful.
That's fucking great.
That's some fucking Tales from the Crypt irony there.
The scary door.
the scary door.
Find out on the scary door. All right.
Who can name all 3 EC horror comics?
I mean, I know them.
Tales from the
Crypt.
The Vault of Horror.
That's the one I was thinking of.
And...
I don't remember the third one.
It's got The Witch.
The Witch.
I even read one of those recently.
Context clues. I see what you did there.
No.
Cool, I don't remember it either. I was hoping that you would.
I know where I could find the information.
On the internet.
Hey.
Which is where we all are right now.
Oh my god, wow.
Okay, let's play this game.
All right.
When we last left our intrepid adventurers.
Howdy, y'all. It's your DM Eric here, coming to you from Wichita, Kansas. The band is on tour right now, and I'm really hoping I don't have any formatting issues from doing this on my phone. Don't forget, guys, please go leave us a review on iTunes. It really does help us out a lot. And, of course, follow us on all the social medias at SideQuest FTR. We're on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook. Extra special thanks to our Patreon supporters, without whom we would already not be able to do this. And if we're going to be able to keep doing this, we'll need your help too. So go check us out at patreon.com/SideQuestFTR and see all of the fancy, fun, exclusive content that you can get while also supporting us directly and keeping us on.
Yeah. Anyway, now back to the show.
Our intrepid adventurers.
When we last left our intrepid adventurers, you all had taken the 5 strongest of the young men of Pterodactyl with you to seek out the cave to try and find some answers before the horde descends on their town.
Yes.
You sent the 13 others back to the town to warn them and hopefully evacuate in time.
You're welcome, by the way, Pterodactyl. You're fucking welcome. Name the city center after me.
It's not
they're not going to have one. I'm sure they'll name a smoking pile of rubble after you.
They can $6 million man this shit. They'll make it better.
They're poor little
they are never going to give up.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
For Ulrich.
What are they going to do with their time if not chop down trees and build a city center to name after me? For God's sake, guys, think about this shit.
I don't think they're willing to give it up.
Gonna do.
Unless they're going to Croatoa it, and then they're just all going to like go elsewhere.
I think it was Cannon that called them Podunk Hicks, and they may or may not have overheard.
Nice, Cannon. Real nice.
Oh, Podunk Idiots. I'm sorry.
Good call, man.
It was about the same time that we established the god of trickery, Kevin McAllister.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can be an idiot and you can be podunk. Podunk is like not related to a part of the country. Hick is kind of shitty because it's like south.
I like,
but podunk is all over.
Right.
Why don't you go ahead and
you can be a podunk Canadian?
Why don't you go ahead and roll for your ability to somehow justify calling something podunk?
That's not a good roll.
All right.
That was a natural one.
Nice justification there. I want to make really relevant, like, current event comments.
I agree that you should try to be relevant.
Man, it doesn't work often, so.
Okay, so yeah, you sent the other ones back, and then you proceeded forward to the cave with the 5 others. When you reached the cave and were about to explore the narrow entrance,
Skeletons!
all the bones trembled and pulled together, and you had to fight way too many skeletons because I had to try and rescale a fight drunkenly on the fly because you guys brought a bunch of meat shields. So we fought way too many
really
skeletons.
Things drastically. We decided to turn around right now and just go somewhere completely different.
Oh my god, my character's so ready to do that. Let's totally do that.
Well,
about no dragons.
As we come back, you've defeated the skeletons. The gully is covered in bone dust.
Oh, yeah.
Brutal.
And
It's the name of my next album, actually.
Bone Dust Gully?
The gully is covered in bone dust.
Gully. Gully's a really good black metal name, and Bone Dust is a good album.
Yeah. Bone Dust.
All right, yeah. And both the Eagle Scout fella and Okie Shards are both a little banged up, but they're doing okay.
The other one is in between an inch of his life.
All
right?
3 of the unnamed Redshirts are down for the count, and one of them appears to be bleeding a lot from a gaping wound in his gut.
Man, that guy looks like he's got a gaping wound in his gut.
That looks like blood.
That's a lot. I can't do it. That's a lot of spaghetti sauce. Spaghetti.
So we'll bring it in right back there with a little good old-fashioned Italian racism.
The mozzarella.
The mozzarella.
The mozzarella. That's the fat that seeps out from your skin when you get a serious cut.
Oh, gross. Dude.
It's the mozzarella and the marinara,
It's more of a ricotta, if you think about it. I'm not proud of it. You went there.
Here we are.
And I'm here.
Okay, so what's our next course of action?
Here we are. We're back in.
Do we just leave them bleeding on the ground?
I mean, I think you should do the thing where you fix the guy, right? I
can't heal people.
I take a big old swig out of that wine. A big old swilly swill.
Schwilly?
Mm-hmm.
The Eagle Scout and Okie Shards run straight to their fallen companions.
I have 4. I can do 4 healing spells, but I'm out of spells.
Well, maybe just like sew up that dude's guts with your dry willy, man. Like, I don't know. I don't think you should.
You said that Okie and
Eagle Scout.
He doesn't have a name.
Yeah, his name is Eagle Scout.
The Eagle Scout. Yeah.
Or
Mr.
perhaps
Scout.
his name is
That.
He Who Shall Not Be Named Yet.
The Nameless One.
Thou Nameless. I mean, dude, I feel like
they're more of a useful.
Dude, that's a little kid, man. You gotta patch him up, dude.
All right, so there are 3 of them that are really hurt. Or there's one that's specifically really hurt.
All three of them are at least unconscious. One of them's at least sort of like stirring a little bit, and maybe you can hear him moaning.
Use your knowledge of medicine to see if they'll survive.
One of them is definitely bleeding out into the gully.
We should definitely.
Should we heal them?
Dude, you gotta fix the little
But if
boy.
I heal all three of them, I only have one spell left, and what if Oki gets hurt?
Bro,
There's a dragon.
you gotta at least get
What if
the
one
one.
of y'all need to be healed? Who else can heal here?
You gotta at least get the one who's dying, bro. He's dying.
I'll let you use an inspiration to heal
Bro.
without burning a spell slot.
I like Mance. I'm trying to save him up, remember?
Listen to
You
this
have, like,
fucking
20.
selfish piece of
I'm trying to
chaotic
save
evil
my
shit.
I'm trying to save up my inspiration so that I can get enough that I can catch them all in to literally retcon something. I told you that.
Cannon, look, bro, I'm gonna sit here and
All right,
drink
okay.
this wine until
The other two are unconscious, but they're
help
not
the
dead,
dude
right?
who's bleeding out.
The Eagle
about
Scout calls over. Do any of you know anything about healing wounds?
Oh, he does. He does.
Or
right
treating
here.
open wounds.
That guy right there. Let him
All right,
stick a finger in your ear.
All right, I'm gonna stick my
Huh?
dry finger in his gut hole.
In his gut hole. I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, I'm gonna put his ear after that, though.
Oh, that's
Oh.
super.
All right, well, you stick one hand in his open intestines and the other finger into his ear.
And then you pull your hand out really fast as it like seals up.
Roll your cure wounds.
What if he got stuck? Then you would just have a dude.
Oh shit! I forget what that is. What is it? What is my cure wounds? What do I get for that? What do I roll?
it.
I think it's just a
Roll the
D8 plus your casting modifier.
Yeah, what's that?
Look it up. If your casting modifier would be your spell casting ability modifier, which is charisma.
Oh, 3.
You better roll good, dude. You look real sick.
10. That'd be 10.
All right, you are up to 10 hit points.
All right.
Oh shit! We almost killed Zach.
And
God, that sucked.
the young man's the young man's eyes flutter, and he looks up at you and says,
Well, that wasn't very fun.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to get to hit more stuff.
You got your gut split open by a skelly man, dude.
Shit, I'm going to need those.
Yeah, well, we put him back. So.
both
Thanks.
Oki and the Eagle Scout are in absolute awe of the feat of magic that they just saw. Like, open, spilling out guts and blood just sucked back up into the body cavity and
I'm gonna take a
healed.
bow and then I'm gonna look at them and say, "For my next trick," and I'm gonna do that thumb trick where I make it look like I'm...
roll dexterity, unless you have an applicable skill you'd like to use.
That would be that's 100% sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Roll sleight of hand.
17.
The Eagle Scout is unimpressed, but Oki is fucking. The hits just keep coming for Oki, man. He is wide-eyed at the thumb trick.
Don't worry, Eagle Scout, he's kind of a dick. He can't even see that well. I'll be here all night.
Well, we hope so.
Or until I get killed by the strange god hiding behind Black Sabbath albums.
Yeah, man, it's weird that you mentioned that. You ever feel like, like we're all just characters or something? Like we're all just being toyed with by the gods? Like it's some kind of game to them or something?
Once I had a dream that my entire life was just a single sheet of paper.
What? I throw out my hand to the guy on the ground to help him up. Yo.
Thanks.
What's your name, friend?
You have a hard time actually helping him up as
Because he's
he
much
is
taller
at
than you.
least twice as tall as you.
Awesome. So you pull to get the thing and then I just like fly forward.
Yeah, I kind of use you as like a prop to like.
He's also
push
pretty
myself.
well stacked. He's a fit fella.
You're
Yeah.
a burly guy, aren't you?
I mean, I guess when you swing the hammer all day.
Yeah, I bet you're eating a lot of mutton. You know what I'm saying? Mutton,
You hear from
Mutton.
a little ways away, Oki Shards saying, "Sir, Cannon, can you help Jim and Phil as well?"
Ooh,
And
those names sound real forgettable.
both of them look relatively conscious, but like they're having a real hard time getting up. And Phil looks up at you and smiles, and you see just sort of the bloody hole where all of his teeth used to be.
Nah. I rolled high-low, and that's what we got.
But you performed such a miracle on Steven.
I understand.
They're in no shape to be going back into the dungeon, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
there might be a dragon in that dungeon. They should stay out. Maybe they can rest up a little bit out here. I can only do that so many times before I'm completely worn out and I can't do anything else.
you don't want to wear him out, right? He's like,
They don't seem to be in any danger of dying at the moment. So maybe
Steven is still smiling his toothless smile. He's a little loopy. Or not Steven, sorry. Phil is still smiling his toothless smile.
Picking
Don't
forgettable
confuse me
names.
for Phil. Phil's a dick.
Yeah, we're definitely not fucking doing anything with Phil.
look, we gotta save the putting guts back in case we need to put more guts
back in.
That makes sense. I understand.
Your friend, hey, Phil and Lil, what? Phil
and Lil.
Oh.
So just maybe you guys like hang out here and like caw if people are coming back. Maybe like
Neither of them. That didn't really register with either of them. They're pretty out of it.
Let's get Phil and Lil into like the trees. Like, let's move them off the main entrance, somewhere they're less visible, and they can chill there and keep an eye on it.
That sounds like a great idea.
The Eagle Scout steps forward and says, I'll stay with them. I can at least keep them stable and conscious until you all get back out and we can go get help.
Well, we might need another nice guy, helpful fella to help us in there too.
I assure you that there is nobody more helpful in the town of Pterodactyl for this situation than Okie Shards.
I imagine Okie Shards is like a Michael Cera character.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. All right, so we got Okie, we got this dude whose name I didn't remember.
I'm Steven of the Red Smock because my shirt is red.
Yeah.
They're all the shirts are red.
It's popular color.
It's the only.
Okie and the Eagle Scout have green and brown tunics, respectively.
Ooh, so only the guys who got.
It's real cheap to get a red shirt back in Pterodactyl. If you want one, we can get you one when we come back, all alive and healthy and stuff.
Definitely alive and healthy. Let's put a pin in that.
Oh.
And I guess we're doing this.
So that's the three of us plus these two strapping young lads are going to go into this potentially dragon-filled
Cave of Forgotten
dungeon.
Sorrows. Dude, there's a drag. I mean, you were there.
Is it the Cave of Forgotten? We haven't named it.
I just did.
It's the Cave of Forgotten. I mean, that's not the official name.
I always heard this cave referred to as North Hole in the Ground.
Ah, that's very literal, and I like that.
I think North Hole in the Ground is way better.
I'm just gonna finish this big sip that I've got going.
You've been doing as you talk. I'm gonna finish this big sip.
I'm treating the wineskin right now as a big gulp, and it's really improving my mood. So
okay, let's just barge in without making any kind of plan.
Fucking deal.
That's a good plan.
So the entrance to this cave is very low to the ground, maybe only like 1.5 feet off the ground. It's very narrow. You'd have to drop to sort of your belly and slide in. Even the wee ones would have to at least get on their hands and knees.
The wee ones.
I love being called a wee one. That's so cute.
Wee one.
And so it's going to have to be one at a time.
Ooh,
and Okie volunteers to go first.
All right, Okie.
Cool, get it, Okie.
My dude, I'll go next.
Okie's gonna hit the first Indiana Jones trap, and that's the end of that.
Before he does,
smash that bottle.
Everybody roll perception for me.
Oof.
Be a big.
It's a 20.
17.
What's everybody?
17.
5.
I got 9.
12.
It would have been 10.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Well, if it's intelligence, then I got
minus
15.
1, yeah.
Cannon, you and you alone notice some sort of sound coming from deep inside the cave.
Please make the sound with your mouth.
It sounds like
it's the fucking THX sound.
Maybe some kind of music, but like some sort of choral religious music, maybe, but just but somehow just corrupted and distorted and perverted.
Love got to do with it. I'm gonna sing along with it like that.
You just start singing love.
No, I do, but quietly under my breath. And then I go, you want to hear that?
What?
That music, that kind of religious choral music that's all distorted?
None of the rest of you really hear it.
No?
Well, a little weird that is.
You need a drink, man? Maybe something to calm your nerves? I think you're just getting nervous.
I never get nervous.
Or
I have crippling anxiety, but I never get nervous.
Or I can just drink this by myself. Cool.
Then
Is there anything about this that, does it make me think anything? Like, is it, I just hear it. Like,
roll intelligence.
Okay.
You could also roll religion if you have it.
I almost took religion and I didn't. I'm a 9. It doesn't make me think a lot, does it?
No, you don't. It doesn't really ring any bells for you.
Like, man, this music sucks.
That's pretty much the only bell it rings.
Yeah.
God, that sucks.
I'm a bard too. Can I stand? I can't stand in the cave, but can I act like I'm standing in the back of the cave with my arms crossed? But man, they used to be better.
Their first album was way better.
I mean, they've just gotten really derivative, honestly, since they got recognition. That's the problem.
I saw them once in a basement.
Yeah, they've really alienated their fan base.
Nice.
Unless there are any objections, Oki drops down onto his belly and shimmies his way into the cave.
I'll go next.
And you hear him call out a few seconds later, "Oh, hey guys!" And you hear it echo and reverberate. It really opens up in here after you get in a few feet.
Oh, god damn it, Oki.
I'll go in after Ulrich.
I slide in and I'm like, I make the motion.
Audio medium.
I'm gonna do this really elaborate, physical thing right now. I'm gonna go.
Oh, that was exciting.
I know.
That really didn't impart the same message that I was imparting. Is the problem.
Yeah, well, I think it clarified this whole thing.
I kind of like smack him on the chest and hold my finger up to my mouth and look at him like, idiot.
It's super dark in there, but he shuts up.
Yeah,
and you're pretty sure he gets it.
Cool. I mean, not that it matters now.
The rest of you follow your way in.
I'm going last.
Yeah, I'm pushing my way in front of Cannon, and I slide down, and I'm like, wee, but I tumble a little bit.
You could totally, you're small enough that you can roll.
Yeah,
totally. That's great.
Do you stick a landing though?
Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty stuck. I mean I'm just
roll dex to stick the landing.
What's that? A 20?
Yeah, plus your dexterity modifier, or athletics, or acrobatics if you have either of those.
15?
50? Yeah, you totally stick the landing. You pop back up. You do a little Yoda flip.
I give you a quiet clap for it. It looked nice. I have low light vision, so I can see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna squeeze my ass in there.
That's
in the least, in the least
I can't
graceful
see
way possible.
But
how do I roll to be not graceful?
It's awful dark in here.
Roll performance.
My performance is really good though. I got 14.
Cannon sort of pratfall slides through the hole and does a good wobble recovery on the other side. It's really good.
Yeah.
Do you do jazz hands?
Kind of when they're obviously jazz hands.
When the Broadway show failed, but you still have to really put the dial on, right?
The show's already tanked, but you have to keep doing it.
Big smile.
One tear escaping the side of the face.
Just turn your head so
So what do we see in here?
Very little, even with low light vision. You're clearly in sort of a...
Yeah, I have dark vision too.
Well, you have dark vision, so you see that
he does too.
Well, then you both see that... Yeah, Steven, you're human, right?
Nice. Yeah.
So you don't even have low light vision.
No.
You can sort of see the legs of your companions lit up from the mouth of the cave because it's a pretty bright night out. It's almost dawn.
Wait, so the cave opens up that direction and not down?
We slid down a foot. I still can't see shit, so I'm gonna take a torch out of my pack because I've got one of those.
Hey!
And I'm gonna light it.
The rest of your eyes are shocked for a second because Takes a minute to adjust from total dark vision to torchlight.
I just want to clarify. We slid down in a mouth.
I'm telling you, it's confusing, Eric.
And then we slid down a foot.
Describe this as...
Let's draw a picture.
You slid into a mouth and down a foot. That is precisely what happened.
Okay.
The mouth is the North Hole. You don't want to go into the South Hole.
The ass of the world.
Not without a good South Hole cleaning first.
You can get like a toilet brush that we can like plunge through there.
Now, we just all wear latex bodysuits, you know? Yeah.
Olive oil.
Do you fuck with olive oil, Luke?
I mean, I'm just thinking it's the town of Pterodactyl. What else are they going to use?
I don't think...
Pterodactyl seems like a just spit on it kind of place to me.
Well, when we last met,
So do you guys just like spit on it
SideQuest,
or what?
FTR, just spit on it.
All right.
What do you do?
I mean, I use olive oil. I don't know. I thought
I'm more of
everybody
a canola. More of a canola.
Well, everybody's got their kinks, man.
Listen,
Don't be
if I
ashamed.
can't pick it off of a tree, I'm not going to use it as a lubricant. That's what
A
I'm
little
here
bit
to
of
tell
sriracha in there.
That's a terrible.
There are a lot of things that I could pick off a tree that I would not want to use as lubricant.
Ants.
Well, right. All I'm saying is,
Makes really bad lube.
Ants.
it's a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a square kind of thing. I mean, I'm not saying anything that you could pick off a tree I want to use as a lubricant. What I'm saying is if you can't pick it off a tree, I automatically am not going to be using it as a lubricant.
Do pterodactyls?
Pterodactyl sits on a tree and no one sees it. Are dinosaurs still extinct?
I have a headache now.
These are the questions.
Okay, so what do we see in this room again? That took a while to get to this.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you see?
The torch flares up, and you can now all see that you are in a large 50 by 50 foot-ish round antechamber with maybe a... It varies. It goes up and down, and there's stalactites and stalagmites. It's a cave, but the roof is maybe an average of about 8 feet.
It's a cave!
Is it a cave of
what
forgotten
torch?
wonders? The torch. He lit
Steven's
I lit a
torch.
torch.
You lit a torch. Oh, okay.
Steven is currently holding a torch.
Okay.
Mandark says out loud, "What torch?"
I kind of pet Mandark on his head and point at my torch and go, that torch.
Oh, a lighty stick!
Yeah, I like lights. I have dark vision, so, you know. Maybe I was looking the other way when he lit the torch. Just completely didn't notice.
I think that Luke's character is Luke.
I really prefer assuming everything
My
you say
question
is
is,
in
does the cave
character.
have tunnels? Tunnels?
Fuck. God damn it. The cave definitely has
That's the best way
tunnels.
how to play is just really let this go.
Yeah, so
And
here's this
off
big
of this big antechamber, you can see one to the north and one sort of northwestish tunnels.
What? Let's go.
Well, the
let's
one to
go,
the northwest looks like a little bit more open, like easy to walk through tunnel. The one to the north is more of like a crevice in the wall that looks like it goes back further than any of you can see and is wide enough to walk through. It's a little more than shoulder width for the big people.
So we're all going to go through the crevice and not the obviously walk through one.
I'm all about that, and let me tell you why. Why is because if we go there, they can circle around us in a circle. And
Who is they?
the dragon. And I'm all about... How about you can't even get in there? Think about that. You didn't think about that, did you? Listen,
I didn't think about that.
let's go that way.
Okay,
That's going to be the
yeah.
better way for sure.
We all agreed on that? We're going to go crevice diving?
I always like to dive into a good crevice.
You said semen.
Steven and Ulrich fist bump.
No, that was Alex and Zach fist bumping.
Sorry.
Don't take.
You said, Steven, you know what I'm saying? Fist bump.
Well, I mean, yeah, I said that.
No, that was Alex and Steven. A hand rips through saying fist bump, Steven.
I heard semen. You know what I'm saying? Fist bump.
Did I say fist bump, really?
I'm pretty sure you said fist bump.
I think maybe. Well, I mean, we'll know when the.
It was like half laugh, half saying what you were doing, which was
I
fist
thought I
bumping.
was just going to like add to how it was a crude joke. Well, I don't know. Anyways,
Okay.
All
Look at
right.
that crevice, though. Huh?
We're gonna get in that. We're gonna get all of I spit on myself.
Because that's how a pterodactyl boy does it.
Just start rubbing it on your arms like
In true pterodactyl fashion.
And I go straight for that crevice. No foreplay, no buying at dinner. I'm in there.
All right. Steven goes in
You just
first.
see where you're needed, and you go for it, man.
All
two.
right, so Steven goes first. What's going to be our marching order through this very narrow crevice?
I'm going to go not last, but next to last.
Are you going to go right in the dead center so there's as much meat between you and any potential danger as possible?
That's a great. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
You're welcome.
I'm just kind of bumbling towards the hole, like
You're like, I don't know where I'm going.
like moth to lamp. Like I'm totally going that way. I don't really care who's around me.
All right, Mandark
Shiny
follows the
stick
crowd
man walked into the
like a
hole.
sheep. Ulrich?
I mean, I guess I'm probably pretty close to the front because it was already pretty close to the front. I can't let these kids go in by themselves.
Okay.
I'm all like, how do I reach
Oki
these
volunteers
kids?
to watch the rear and take up the...
So he leaves and he goes around to the south hall.
I'm liking that view, if you know what I
Good
mean.
point.
Anyway, so let's go down
We
this
lose.
hole.
All right. You all begin to proceed down the hole and make perception checks for me again.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. My perception is super great.
Ooh.
And I've been rolling like...
That's going to be a 20, not a natural 20, but a 20.
A 20.
20.
13.
13.
I see some shit. Smell some shit.
Oki's got to roll 2. Yeah.
19.
19. Mandark. Ha ha ha.
It's
14 plus or minus something, right?
Perception, so
wisdom. -1.
it's most-
No, +1. Because it... No, just
No,
kidding.
wisdom, I
That's
think, is
survival.
-1.
Well, yeah, I thought he had it.
Yeah.
I thought he had proficiency.
13!
13.
13.
13. 2 13s, and then a bunch of high shit.
19 is a fucker.
All right.
Got it.
The two of you don't notice any of this. You can still pick out the music, Cannon, because you noticed it earlier.
I can't hear it still.
But now Steven and Ulrich can hear what Cannon was talking about earlier, and so can Oki.
only Mandark over here.
The two of you specifically also
I've got a
notice
lot of wax in my hair.
a really horrific stank coming from the other tunnel, the wider one.
Describe
other
the stank.
Roll
You
perception
catch
for that.
a whiff of
Stanky hole.
what smells like a lot of rotting corpses.
Because we know what that smells like, right?
You know what a
Anybody-
rotting corpse smells like.
Anybody hear that? There's like some music?
I was saying that earlier, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
It's really derivative is the problem. I really feel like they've just kind of sold
Well,
out
again, that
once they hit
split
mainstream
7-inch they
popularity.
did.
It's some really trite.
Oki speaks up and he says, guys, I think it sounds
You mean the
kind
skeletons?
of intriguingly edgy.
Okay, you've just got a lot to learn, kid. All right.
Oh, God.
I've never
What kind
heard
of bands
anything
are-
quite that driving.
Does Oki happen to own a pitchfork?
About that music and how it's bad, it really is complemented by the rotting corpse smell
I'm not really getting
right
that.
around the corner.
Do you suppose there's cannibals?
Better hope none of those corpses are cannibals.
Yeah, I was
or
about to
else
say, if any of those
Steven's
cannibals
hammer
are dead,
might
then they're
have to smash
cannibals
their
and
face.
corpses.
That's true.
And I do have a hammer.
A face smashing hammer.
It is perfect for face smashing. I smashed a face with it once.
Have you ever smashed a cannibal corpse?
No, but
You were like hammer.
You guys are having this
smash.
conversation as you
Face?
shuffle through the narrow passageway. Steven, just roll.
okay. I will just roll.
Just roll. Just roll.
Just roll with it.
keep
Just you
rolling
roll
until you like
perception
it.
for me.
All right. That's going to be a 4.
A 4.
A 4.
All right. What's your armor class?
16.
16 now!
How does armor class change at any point?
Yeah, but only if you
different
get
armor, if your dexterity
goes
bonus
up.
changes.
Cool. Just curious.
All right, cool, nice. All right,
Nice. Right. Yeah. So we're gonna open up this initiative.
That sounds like what is about to happen. I feel like there's going to be a battle cry of some sort
Yeah.
oh,
that will start. That will sound something like roll initiative.
What was it? 16?
I love it.
I'm gonna make that actually your
Dude, that was the Jesus Lizard's house music, by the way.
I'm going to make that your flat-footed armor class.
Okay.
Because you are in this very narrow passageway and can't really dodge about.
I just
That's with your armor class without your dex mod.
without my dex mod. That'd be 14.
14. So you're sort of you're out in front and you're carrying the torch in front of you, and so you're sort of night blind.
Yeah.
By this torch in this really tight spot, and a hand just reaches out through the light and
fucking great.
clocks you.
Okay. That's not my favorite thing.
4 damage.
4 damage. God damn.
Blood flies from your nose and you feel it crack.
can I have a reaction to throw a dart or something?
No.
Man, we're gonna kill off all Redshirt real quick.
Auto
man.
reactions
My
all
shirt
the
is
time.
my shirt.
I
It's
don't know.
red.
I'm directly
Fucking
beside him and
nerd.
behind him, and I saw an action happen, and it was violent.
And now everybody can roll initiative and play
a
by
20,
the
right?
rules.
That's
20?
20?
Yeah, plus your initiative modifier.
my job isn't to know.
Oh yeah, cool. I got 16.
Okay.
Where are we finding? Oh, okay. No.
Damn.
14.
5.
Alex.
Well, you just got.
I did. I just got
face.
clocked. I'm a little dazed, and that
I
reflected
see your initiative
in
is gonna
my
be. It's gonna be really good.
D20
It's
roll.
really pretty good.
It'll be Ulrich Astley. And then the zombie. And then Cannon.
It is
Oh,
a
shit.
Cannibal Corpse.
I wasn't supposed to say zombie, sorry.
Oh,
It's Ulrich, and then the attacker, and then it's
Guys, I think it might be a zombie because God said so.
and then it's Cannon, and then it's Luke, or
It's kind of like a retelling of the
Mandar,
Jesus story.
and then it's Steven,
Nice. All right.
Nice. All right.
and then
We're gonna crack this bad boy open.
is Okie Shards.
Jesus, what did Oki roll if he's after me?
Okie rolled a nat 1.
Nice. Fuck yeah, Pterodactyl crew represent at
The
the
attacker
bottom of the
rolled
list.
a nat 20.
He bent down to pick up a piece of, perhaps a shard, some might say, of rock on the ground. He thought it was really
And
beautiful.
broke his little red shirt nose.
Stevie got cold clocked, and Ulrich, you are directly behind Steven?
Unless Oki's in front of me, but I think it's me.
No, Oki took up the rear.
I think it's me.
Then yeah, bitch, I'm right there.
Uh,
I saw
rear.
the whole thing.
yeah, we'll say the marching order was Steven, Ulrich, Cannon, Mandark, Oki.
Ah,
So who took up the rear?
Oki.
Oh.
and then you.
Oki's on the south hole.
So Ulrich,
is
you are
first in line.
directly behind Steven, and you can't really see what attacked him because of the torchlight.
zombie.
If I were to guess, but Ulrich's
God.
not a
I
guessing
have
man.
heard the words of God.
Ulrich's not a guessing man. He is a.
None of you have ever heard the word zombie.
I
I've
heard
heard
it
the song.
just now.
Does he have tanks and bombs and bombs and guns?
And our guns and our guns. I grab your shoulder and I say, "Duck." Do you?
I do.
I vault over him and I stab at the darkness,
I gotta duck really far
You
down.
stab at the darkness.
following the direction of the arm. Though
How far does Steven have to duck to get under the...
I've got athletics. I'm a very agile, nimble little guy.
That's true.
Give a little bounce there?
Think of me like a
did you bounce-
Romanian
did
gym.
Steven-
Ulrich's got ups.
And then Ulrich,
I got
did you
maps.
bounce off of his back like a double? Like,
Yeah, I hop up onto
You got your
him,
double jump.
and I swing through the fucking air, following the direction of the arm with my short sword.
You attack the darkness.
with yes, I do
With
it.
vigor.
Nobody remembers that
I
video?
remember-
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Magic missile against the darkness.
You will roll your attack with disadvantage.
You're a disadvantage.
Moonshine.
That was a whole jar when we got here.
Yeah. Getting some heartburn. now.
Well, disadvantage 10.
That will hit. Your blade strikes true. You feel it sink into squishy flesh. Even through the sword, it's a pretty unpleasant experience.
That'll be 8 damage.
Is it like a squish that like? Is it more of like a spongy squish?
More like a soft cheese squish, but like with chunks, not of harder cheese, but chunks of like rock in the squishy cheese.
I'm gonna do my monk weapon attack.
Your follow-up, unarmed,
you get to do when you hit. And now you're gonna punch the cheese.
I'm gonna get to do tunnel.
Just as long as you don't cut the cheese.
Yeah.
Anyone else feel like we've like downgraded significantly tonight in our sense of humor? Like it's become just.
I was about to say that might be like I've listened to all of the episodes so far, and that might be the first fart joke.
Yeah, it's been butts and farts all
14?
night.
14.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna assume it hits.
Yeah, you hit.
It hit last time, but this time, 5 damage.
When you punch it, you feel it like squish, and this thing is fleshy, but it's the skin sort of sloughs off around your hand, and it's.
So you hear me go,
And with that, it's his turn, and he is going to take a swing at you, Ulrich.
I would if I were him.
What's your armor class?
16.
Oh, natural 20.
Well, we'll see.
We're about to give you up.
So this thing brings its hands together and goes to bring them down on your head like a club and hits you right on the head, but it just like right against the temple, and it fucking sucks, but you feel like maybe the punch got pulled, or maybe you just kind of whiffed it or something, and you only take 4 damage.
Like goop splatters from his
It's like the wrist just kind of break.
Yeah, the contact isn't really as hard as it was supposed to be.
In this
So he hits you
world,
like,
in this,
I mean, it hurts. 4 damage
it's
sucks.
on the head too.
Oh.
In this world that we live in, does the concept of undead walking? I mean, I did just see some Skelly-mans.
Again, fairy tales and legends, but certainly nothing that would be reality.
Though I definitely did just fight some animated.
That definitely
Skelly-mans.
happened. Also completely outside anything you could have ever imagined.
Let's call it a D20 for imagination. Dudes, there's a fucking dead man here. This guy's alive and dead at the same time. I say not quite as loudly over my shoulder with a only natural 20 I'll get tonight.
dead.
You're welcome.
My response goes something like,
Oh, can I use that natural 20 to recognize that probably all those rotting corpses in the other room are also alive?
You can think that, yeah.
Okay, I do. I think that.
All right.
I think that I don't take the time to explain that thought to everyone else while actively trying to kill a zombie, but I do think it.
You all hear Oki yell out, "Ah!" as he is grabbed from behind.
No. He owes me money.
Oof.
Come on,
Ouch, Oki. He is grabbed from behind and slammed to the ground.
That's it for right now, guys. Don't forget the band is on tour. You can check out full list of dates and details at thefordtheaterreunion.com. And if you are getting it on Monday, October 22nd, in the year of our Lord 2018, as scheduled, then we are currently on our way to Colorado. We're going to be in Denver this weekend, Thursday at Three Kings. We're going to be Friday at Tennyson's. And from there, we're off to Colorado Springs, Nebraska, Iowa on Halloween. We're going to be in Cedar Falls at the Octopus. It's going to be a fucking blast. And then on the 1st for Day of the Dead, we're going to be at one of our favorite places in the world in Des Moines, Iowa, at Lefty's Live Music. Guys, come see a show. Come say hi. Let us know you're listening to the podcast. Go follow us at SideQuest FTR. Leave us some iTunes reviews. And we will be back in 2 weeks with episode 8 of SideQuest.
Mick Jagger's really hot right now for some reason. I don't know what it is, but you're absolutely right.
It's the dad bod thing where like Jeff Goldblum's the hot shit.
That's not dad bod, that's dead bod.
Heyo.
Yeah,
Got him.
That was good.